Values. My family values are bad.
Yep.
Your family values are like a bunch of sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills. Okay. George W. Bush said that you gay. He said you're so gay that firestorms happen.
You remember what happened when we saw George W. Bush?
What happened?
You don't remember what you did?
I don't remember.
You went to Princess Di. You don't remember what happened when Princess died?
See that nigga? I took to a cheap motel.
You did. Cheap motel. After she came out, you remember what she had?
I had some quicksand in my pocket. How did I get quicksand in my pocket?
Tom Hanks was at the Quick Motel. Cheap motel.
So I went, and I was like, no, I think Eddie Murphy did it, and I turned into some grave robbers, and I dug up Eddie Murphy, and I said, I don't know.
I said, wait, before you dig him up, you need some rubber gloves.
I said, Cameron, you're right. Cindy Crawford would be proud of you.
I said, I don't know nothing about Cindy Crawford. I just love rock and roll.
Well, I mean, we could go eat some cockroaches out by the chimpanzees, and then we can go to the land of Oz.
I ain't going to the land of Oz. I watched that movie one time during the Gulf War. And during that Gulf War, there was a bunch of psychics talking about the Joan of Arc. And I said, what about on Joan of Arc? And they said, lava! Get out of here.
Well, John F. Kennedy once told me, he said, son, you need to live by these words. He looked at me and he said, Mount Rushmore. I said, Mount Rushmore. He goes, Michael Jordan. I said, Mount Rushmore, Michael Jordan, what? He goes, Pablo Picasso. I was like, what you talking about, JFK? He said, boy, violins. I said, what are you talking? Why is all these random words? And he goes, they're all toys.
You remember what he said next, though? This is the kicker.
What did he say?
He said, oh, Count Dracula is coming, and he's gonna bring all the chameleons, and they're gonna go all South Park on you.
And I'm gonna take that nigga to Hollywood. And I say, welcome to Hollywood, where the 1950s didn't die because rocket scientists brought it back. And he said, oh, so now we're in the 1970s. I said, yep, sure are. 1970s. Look at that. There goes Piranha in the ocean. Having a baby.
You remember what we did the next morning, though?
What we do?
The next morning.
Is that when we saw Shania Twain?
Yeah. And she goes, I got some oranges for you guys. And we said, you don't know oranges? And she said,
oh, okay, I got some meatloaf for you. I said, ooh, Saddam Hussein, I love meatloaf. And she said, Kid Rock's coming by. He had a picture of you, and I said, man, I love some apples.
Kid Rock had a picture of you?
He had a picture.
That's probably from that time that we went all coconuts out in the wine tasting venue. And Kid Rock, he was crazy. He went inside the sun. And there was there's a bunch of amputations happened that day.
Oh, yeah. The Democrats came up to us and said, we Republicans. I said, no, you Democrats. They said, no, I have money. I was like, fireworks go off in my head, and I said, that must mean that you are roadkill.
I said, roadkill? They said, you don't know nothing about us. We live in homeless shelters. And we love playing chess. You don't know nothing about us, because we know the Godfather, and he will take you out back to Mardi Gras. You know what he'll do to you there?
What will you do?
You're gonna sit there, you go mold, son. And then the NYPD will find you.
The who?
NYPD.
PD.
Police.
I think I saw them on the television once, and they were beating this little boy for bird watching. They said, "You can't bird watch here." The little boy said, "Why? This ain't Israel."
And then that boy's mom came and she said, "What are you, a bunch of construction workers?" And they said, "No, we're police officers." And she said, "Well, you don't look like police officers, you look like Clint Eastwood."
They said, "I'm gonna take your boy on a few camping trips so your little boy become a man, and then he'll look like Meryl Streep."
She said, "You don't touch my little boy, or I'm gonna go magic tricks on you."
And the cop said, "Hold up, Chris Angel. Don't turn me with no elephants."
She said, "Oh, I'll do worse than turn you into elephants. I'll turn you into into babies."
The cops went away. We walked up and said, "Man, what happened? What was going on?" She said, "Women's soccer." I said, "Women's soccer? What do you mean women's soccer?" She goes, she said, "Tidal waves." I said, "Tidal waves? Is that the team name? Is that the name of the team?" She said, "Rosa Parks, you're right." And I said, "Okay." We left.
I didn't feel comfortable with her, so we took a kid. Because she was crazy. She was crazy because before we left, she said, I got a bunch of pit bulls, and I'm gonna go get my pit bulls. They're gonna cough up hairballs. They look like toasted marshmallows." And I said, "Dude, this woman's crazy. We gotta get this kid out of here."
Yeah, but the pit bulls broke the chains, started chasing us. You tripped over the beach. I don't know. You tripped over that beach, and you said, "I need some oxygen." I said, "Why do you need some oxygen?" He said, "I need diamonds too."
But what you did next was awesome. You went and got the sport utility vehicles, and you went looking for a job and left me laying there. And I said, "Dang it, Woody Allen."
But I came back and got you. We went to Bangkok, and then that's when we met that person on the Eiffel Tower in Bangkok.
But then after Bangkok, we went to Japan.
Yep.
In Japan was where it got real crazy. Because we saw William Shakespeare.
And I said, "Yo, is that Black Velvet?" And you said, "Holy waterfalls, that is Black Velvet." We was like, "Yo, Black Velvet, can we get your autograph?" He goes, "Tom Cruise? Help me, Tom Cruise!"
It was a really confusing situation.
Very.
He thought we were Tom Cruise. We thought he were Black Velvet. And then King Arthur walked up. Made the situation so much more confusing. And then we were just in a witch hunt.
A witch hunt for Ben Stiller because he's a witch, man, a man witch, which is a warlock. That's when we went looking in the trailer parks for him.
But we didn't know nothing about no trailer parks.
No, so I sent him an email.
And in the email, you said, "Dear Jodie Foster." I said, "There ain't no Jodie Foster." You said it'll work out. You said, "Al Pacino is after us. And we're trying to get the Warlocks and Indiana Jones."
He helped us.
He helps.
He said, I was like, man, I'm ready for this email to be sent. What's the email address? And you said, a car crash at hotmail.com. I was like, a car crash? That seems fitting for his career. And he was like, man, that's cold. And I said, not as cold as the Everglades. And he was like, Everglades. Ain't that in Florida? And I said, red raspberries are right.
So after talking about the Everglades, it made me think about that time I got chicken pox. It was a cold day in my got chicken pox.